Welcome to Zodiac Talks Tarot, the space where astrology stops being superstition and starts becoming a language of the soul. Here, we don't just pull cards, we pull meaning out of chaos. I'm your longtime researcher, someone who's spent far too many midnights studying how the stars mirror human psychology and how destiny often hides inside the quiet choices we make. Today, Sagittarius, we are diving into something extraordinary, what I call the great financial awakening of the chosen ones. This isn't another generic pep talk about luck or quick money. No, this is a message about divine timing, courage, and how the year of triumph 2025 is aligning with your restless, unstoppable energy. Let's begin with honesty. You didn't find this message by accident. You were guided here, drawn by that electric pull in your gut that's been whispering something's about to happen. And you're right. Your financial destiny is stretching, yawning, coming alive again. Not in the childish fantasy of money raining from the heavens, but in a way that transforms how you relate to value, work, and freedom itself. The universe is preparing to hand you not coins, but keys to open the doors you've been knocking on for years. Sagittarius, you've always been a seeker. You chase ideas across continents, turn mistakes into metaphors, and somehow make chaos look poetic. But lately, the universe has been rearranging your path like a chessboard. While you were counting bills, it was counting blessings. While you worried about stability, it was sculpting opportunity. You weren't losing, you were being repositioned. Every delay was simply divine choreography. Now, that restlessness you feel? It's the prelude to flight. Picture yourself at the edge of a cliff, wind in your hair, heart pounding with both terror and thrill. You know what's different this time? You've learned to trust gravity. You've learned that falling and flying begin the same way, with a step. And when you take that step now, Sagittarius, you won't just land on your feet. You'll soar. Because this isn't just your financial awakening, it's your cosmic invitation to live the freedom you were born for. If life were a novel, Sagittarius, you'd be standing at the page where the plot finally turns. This is the moment when the music shifts, when the air changes, when the hero realizes the storm wasn't a curse but a setup for sunlight. The Ace of Pentacles, that quiet cosmic symbol of material birth, is hovering right over you now. It's not promising a lottery win or a check miraculously appearing in your mailbox. No, this is subtler, smarter, and far more enduring. The universe doesn't mail out fortune, it plants seeds. And that seed, small as it may seem, has the potential to grow into the forest of your future. But like every seed, it demands care, attention, courage, and above all, movement. That opportunity may not come with flashing neon lights or a choir of angels singing "This is it." It might show up disguised as an ordinary moment, a conversation with a stranger on a flight, an invitation you almost decline, or a job posting that feels suspiciously aligned with your long-buried dream. Don't expect the universe to hand you gold bars wrapped in starlight. It prefers challenges dressed as chances. That's its favorite joke, and it's usually on us. You see, Sagittarians are the cosmic adventurers, the ones who say yes first and read the fine print sometime in the next lifetime. But that impulsive courage? It's your superpower. While others are still building spreadsheets and color-coded plans, you're already halfway across the ocean on a boat you built from faith and caffeine. And somehow, it works. The energy right now is like the universe leaning over and whispering, "Go on. You've earned this." But it will not force your hand. You must be the one to act, to see that strange shimmer of possibility and step forward before fear has time to vote. Because the universe doesn't reward hesitation, it rewards trust. Say yes now, figure out the details later. That's how Sagittarians build empires, how they stumble into miracles, and how they turn uncertainty into art. You are not meant to live a small life or settle for predictable safety. Your soul was wired for expansion, and this moment right here, is the green light you've been waiting for. Now, let's talk about abundance, because that word gets thrown around like confetti at a self-help seminar. Most people think abundance means more money, and sure, money's part of it. But for Sagittarius, abundance is a state of mind, not a line item on a bank statement. The Nine of Pentacles speaks of sovereignty, the kind of freedom that lets you exhale without counting what you owe. Imagine this: booking a flight to Bali without the guilt tax, signing up for a course just because it excites your neurons, or buying dinner for a friend without secretly calculating how much is left in your account. That's true abundance, not excess, but ease. It's the ability to act without fear, to give without depletion, and to rest without guilt. The universe is grooming you for that kind of peace, but it comes with homework. You've always been generous, sometimes too generous. You give time, wisdom, money, and emotional labor like an open bar at a wedding. But somewhere deep down, a small voice has told you that money equals limitation, that too much wealth could weigh you down, that structure is the enemy of freedom. That's the belief quietly unplugging your flow. Because the truth is, Sagittarius, freedom and wealth aren't rivals. They're dance partners, and you've been standing on the wrong side of the ballroom. The universe is handing you the music again and saying, lead. To truly embody abundance, you'll have to shift from survival to sovereignty. That means no longer viewing money as a cage, but as wings. It's not about hoarding, it's about harnessing. Buddhist philosophy teaches that attachment breeds suffering, not wealth itself, but clinging to it, fearing it, defining yourself through it. When you understand that, money becomes a current, not a chain. It flows where your attention flows. And when your attention rests on gratitude, growth, and service, that current strengthens until it becomes a river. So, what does the universe want from you now? To be brave enough to say yes, wise enough to stay grounded, and funny enough to laugh when things don't go perfectly, because they won't, and that's okay. Life isn't a spreadsheet, Sagittarius, it's jazz. Improvisation is the rhythm of your success. So stop waiting for certainty, stop asking for guarantees. The universe has already given you something better, momentum. Take that leap. Trust your aim. And remember, when you jump, the net doesn't appear beneath you. It appears inside you. That's the secret no one tells you about miracles. They don't happen to you, they happen through you. When the wheel of fortune turns, Sagittarius, it doesn't ask for your permission. It just spins, wild, luminous, and entirely unconcerned with your calendar or your 5-year plan. This is Jupiter's doing, your ruling planet, that cosmic Santa Claus with a doctorate in divine timing. It's the energy that tosses opportunities like confetti into your orbit and dares you to catch them before they drift away. Fate is shifting pieces around faster than logic can track, which is why the next few weeks might feel like a movie montage directed by the universe itself. You'll bump into someone at the exact cafe you weren't planning to visit, receive a message that changes your direction, or overhear a line in conversation that feels suspiciously written just for you. And no, it's not random. Coincidence is just the universe wearing sunglasses. What's really happening is that your karmic receipts, those quiet moments when you kept faith through scarcity and silence, are being cashed in. The cosmos is finally returning your investment in persistence. But before you start calling this luck, let's be clear, it's not luck, it's alignment. The universe doesn't deal in luck, it deals in lessons. You've spent years sharpening your aim through trial and turbulence, learning how to fall without breaking and how to keep your humor intact when everything else fell apart. Every misstep was training. Every delay was calibration. You weren't off course, you were being refined for precision. You've been the archer shooting arrows into darkness, never quite seeing the target but trusting it's there. Now the light's back on, and suddenly, every missed shot starts to make sense. The target never moved, your vision just needed to mature. And then, out of nowhere, something incredible will happen. The kind of event that makes you blink twice and ask, is this really my life? Maybe a promotion, maybe a partnership, maybe the exact chance you secretly prayed for when you were half crying, half laughing at 2 a.m. Don't try to explain it away. Just receive it. Your analytical mind will want to dissect it, trace its logic, find the flaw, but this isn't logic's domain. The Wheel of Fortune doesn't answer to reasoning, it answers to readiness. You've proven you're ready, Sagittarius. You've danced with chaos and came out wiser, still laughing, still on fire. Now the universe is whispering, your turn. Yet, as the wheel turns, it doesn't just fling you into chaos, it grounds you, too. Which brings us to a word you usually treat like an allergic reaction, stability. The Four of Wands arrives like a practical friend interrupting your philosophy lecture, reminding you that even wild spirits need a home base. It doesn't mean settling down into boredom or routine, it means creating a structure where your flame can burn safely, without consuming itself. You might pay off that lingering debt, save for your first real emergency fund, or finally invest in something that builds a lasting foundation. It's not about taming your freedom, it's about sustaining it. Because let's be honest, even explorers need a campfire to return to, a place to rest their boots and check their compass. And here's the twist, that sense of stability might not come from solitude but from connection. Sagittarius energy thrives in networks of curiosity and collaboration. The friend who's been cheering your work for years might become your partner in a project. A casual comment in a group chat could spark an idea that changes everything. The universe isn't subtle, it's just conversational. So pay attention. The door to abundance may not swing open dramatically, it might creak open through someone who already sees your light and says, "Hey, let's build something together." Now let's talk about the craft, your craft, that steady heartbeat beneath all the cosmic drama. The Eight of Pentacles energy surrounds you, and it's the universe's way of saying, keep showing up. There's something deeply spiritual about consistent effort, especially in a world that worships instant gratification. You've been grinding, refining, improving, and wondering if anyone even notices. They do. More importantly, the energy of your persistence has been compounding quietly, like interest in a spiritual savings account. Soon, your results will speak so loudly they'll drown out every doubt you've ever entertained. But here's where psychology meets astrology. Sagittarians are driven by purpose, not paycheck. You crave meaning, not maintenance. Yet sometimes, that noble drive turns you into your own worst accountant, undercharging your worth, over-delivering your energy, and calling it humility. That stops now. The Year of Triumph 2025 doesn't reward shrinking, it rewards expansion rooted in self-respect. So raise your prices, ask for that raise, or finally share your talent with the conviction it deserves. It's not arrogance, it's alignment. You're not asking for more than you're worth, you're simply refusing to be underpaid for being extraordinary. Remember this, Sagittarius doesn't work like other signs. You don't thrive under rigid systems or conventional definitions of success. You thrive under inspiration, under risk, under the thrill of discovering how far you can go when you stop pretending to be smaller than your calling. The Eight of Pentacles doesn't just represent skill, it represents mastery through devotion. It's the universe rewarding those who understand that showing up with heart counts as much as showing up on time. And you've done both. So, as this chapter unfolds, imagine yourself as part of a select tribe, the chosen ones, those souls who refused to lose their humor even when life turned into a cosmic prank. You're the archer who laughed in the rain, who believed in dawn even when the sky stayed dark. And that resilience, that sacred optimism, has transformed your frequency. The universe doesn't respond to fear, it responds to faith wrapped in action. You've proven both. That's why your wheel is turning now, that's why your foundations are solidifying, and that's why your craft is finally about to pay off. In essence, destiny is no longer something happening to you, Sagittarius. It's happening through you. The wheel turns because you turned inward first. The home steadies because you built it from wisdom, not worry. And the work blooms because you treated it not as labor but as love. So when the universe hands you the next opportunity, whether it looks like a partnership, a paycheck, or a wild leap of faith, take it. Don't analyze it to death, don't ask for signs, don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is the one you act in. That's how Sagittarians build empires while everyone else is still editing their vision boards. This is your turning point. The winds are shifting in your favor, the ground beneath you is firming up, and your craft is aligning with your calling. The wheel has turned, Sagittarius, and this time, it's not spinning you around, it's carrying you forward. Here's where it gets interesting, Sagittarius. The universe is trying to give you everything you've asked for, but you keep dodging the delivery. You, the philosopher of the zodiac, the generous archer who can give love, advice, money, and emotional CPR to everyone else, suddenly forget how to receive. That's where the Empress steps in. She's not here to scold you, she's here to remind you that receiving is a spiritual art form. Think of her as that wise friend who pours you a cup of tea and says, "Stop trying to fix everyone else and drink this." Because the truth is simple, the universe can't fill a cup that won't stay still. If you keep pouring yourself out to others without refilling, all your good intentions will evaporate into exhaustion. The Empress energy isn't about indulgence or ego. It's soft, nurturing, but unshakably firm. She doesn't whisper, she insists, you deserve to be supported, to be cared for, to feel wealthy without guilt. This isn't greed, Sagittarius, it's alignment. You've been trained by life to equate self-sacrifice with virtue, to believe that abundance must be earned through struggle. But the Empress calls that bluff. She teaches that true abundance flows through peace, not punishment. It's about recognizing your worth even when no one else claps for it. You might start noticing that when you treat yourself with more compassion, the world responds in kind. When you stop apologizing for resting, doors open. When you celebrate small victories, new opportunities appear. When you stop surviving and start savoring, prosperity multiplies. That's not coincidence, that's energetic law. In psychology, it's called positive reinforcement. In Buddhism, it's karma in motion. And in astrology, it's the natural return of Jupiter's expansive blessing, joy attracting joy, gratitude magnetizing grace. So before you leap into your next grand adventure, pause. Start your mornings with quiet gratitude. Say it out loud, I am open to receiving the prosperity that already has my name on it. It might feel strange at first, like you're bragging to the universe, but that's only because you've forgotten how to claim what's already yours. The universe responds to self-worth the way radio waves respond to frequency, it only plays the channel you're tuned to. If you keep broadcasting guilt, you'll miss your own blessings. But if you vibrate at gratitude, opportunity will find you effortlessly. Now, let's zoom out to the bigger picture, the 10 of Pentacles, the vibration of legacy. Sagittarius isn't built for small wins or temporary applause. You were born to dream in widescreen, to build something that outlasts your lifetime. Maybe it's a business that uplifts others, a scholarship carrying your name, or an investment that gives your family the freedom to choose joy over struggle. Whatever form it takes, the universe is urging you to think beyond accumulation and into meaning. Don't just plan to make money, plan to multiply impact. In Buddhist philosophy, wealth without wisdom leads only to craving, but wealth anchored in compassion leads to liberation. You, Sagittarius, were designed to be the bridge, proof that prosperity and peace can coexist. You're meant to show the world that financial success doesn't have to come at the cost of humanity, that ambition can breathe alongside gratitude. And maybe, just maybe, you'll finally prove that enlightenment can pay the bills. Still, a little humor keeps you honest. Let's admit it, only Sagittarius could max out a credit card on philosophy books, plane tickets, and meditation retreats, and still call it investing in spiritual growth. And honestly, you're not wrong. The problem isn't what you spend on, it's the story you tell yourself afterward. You don't need less freedom, you need a budget that understands your soul. The Ten of Pentacles wants you to structure your wildness, to turn your philosophy into strategy, your passion into sustainability. Because your light deserves longevity. Then, as if the cosmos wanted to remind you that you're not just lucky, you're powerful, the magician steps onto the stage. This is your wake-up call, stop waiting for permission. You already have every tool you need, intellect, humor, creativity, and that reckless optimism that terrifies pessimists and inspires everyone else. The magician's message is blunt, your words create your world. If you speak scarcity, scarcity will echo back. But if you speak abundance, abundance will answer. That's why the chosen ones aren't simply blessed, they're awake. They know that focus is a wand, and belief is a spell. Try this experiment, each morning, visualize your financial freedom not as fantasy but as memory. Feel it as if it already happened, the relief, the gratitude, the joy of knowing you did it. That emotion is your frequency, and frequency is currency. The more vividly you feel the outcome, the faster the universe rearranges reality to match it. Modern psychology calls it neuroplasticity, metaphysics calls it manifestation. Either way, it works because belief directs behavior, and behavior shapes results. Finally, the sun bursts into your reading, and everything warms. The fog of confusion lifts. Life stops feeling like an unsolvable puzzle and starts feeling like a well-earned victory lap. The sun doesn't just predict success, it celebrates it. This is where you start laughing at how hard you made things before. The universe never asked you to suffer your way into prosperity. It wanted you to play your way into it. The sun reminds you that joy is not a distraction from work, it's the fuel that makes it thrive. When you do what lights you up, whether it's teaching, writing, exploring, or creating, money stops being a chase and starts being a companion. You'll also begin to notice recognition flowing your way. People who once overlooked you will finally see your brilliance. You might receive praise, promotion, or even a viral moment that amplifies your voice. Accept it with grace, not guilt. You earned it. And here's the cosmic punchline, you'll realize that the thing you were chasing all along wasn't money or fame. It was freedom. And the moment you stop overthinking, the universe, with its impeccable comedic timing, hands it to you. So yes, Sagittarius, it's your time to receive. To enjoy without apology, to grow without guilt, to believe without hesitation. The Empress wants you to rest. The Ten of Pentacles wants you to build. The Magician wants you to act. And the Sun, oh, the Sun wants you to laugh your way to the bank. Because prosperity, when aligned with purpose, isn't something you chase. It's something you become. The dance between giving and receiving, Sagittarius, is one of the oldest lessons in the universe, and you're right in the middle of learning its most elegant steps. The Six of Pentacles enters your story now, not as a warning, but as a reminder that real abundance doesn't sit still. It moves. It circulates. It's not a pile of gold buried in your backyard, it's a current flowing through generosity, gratitude, and grace. You're about to find yourself in a position where giving doesn't feel like losing anymore. You'll give because you can, because it feels good, because your cup is overflowing for once. Maybe you'll sponsor someone's dream, donate quietly to a cause that moves you, or simply treat your friends to dinner without mentally calculating the damage to your bank account. That, Sagittarius, is abundance in motion. The universe rewards generosity born from genuine gratitude, not guilt or obligation. It's not about keeping score, it's about keeping energy alive. But here's the part most Sagittarians forget: sometimes the lesson isn't about giving, it's about allowing yourself to receive. Someone may step in to help you soon, and your pride might flare up like a cat at bath time. Don't let it. The universe often disguises blessings as people, and refusing their help doesn't make you strong, it makes you stubborn. Remember, the cosmic flow works both ways. To receive with grace is to trust that you are worthy of being cared for. In that moment, you're not indebted, you're in balance. And speaking of balance, something beautiful is happening beneath the surface. The Ace of Cups appears, and though it's a card often associated with love, it fits your financial reading perfectly because your money story and your emotional story have always been twins. One reflects the other. This is emotional healing disguised as opportunity. The universe is patching up those scars left by old disappointments, the job that fell through, the deal that dissolved, the partnership that took more from you than it gave. That chapter is closing. You're beginning to enjoy your journey again, not just chase the destination. This card brings renewal, a reminder that wealth is not only about currency, it's also about emotion, energy, and joy. You might find yourself rediscovering what you actually love to do, or realizing that passion, when honored, always pays better than anxiety. And for a few Sagittarians, love and money may indeed collide in a way that feels destined. You might meet someone who elevates you both spiritually and financially, a true teammate of the soul, someone whose presence doesn't drain your energy but doubles it. Still, keep your heart open and your contracts written. Trust the universe, but respect the fine print. Then comes the Knight of Pentacles, your reminder that miracles grow at their own pace. Sagittarius energy is all fireworks and freedom. You want everything fast, big, and dramatic. But the universe, ever the patient teacher, is asking you to slow down. This Knight represents the beauty of steady progress, the wisdom of consistent effort. Your financial miracle isn't going to explode overnight, it's going to rise like the sun, quietly, confidently, and inevitably. Manage your resources wisely. Save, invest, plan ahead. Not because you're afraid of scarcity, but because you're building sovereignty. You're not running late, you're arriving in divine timing. Consistency, as unromantic as it sounds, is your secret weapon now. It's the sexiest quality you can offer your goals. Every time you show up, even when motivation is nowhere to be found, you prove to the universe that you're serious. You, of all signs, know that freedom requires structure. It's not the opposite of adventure, it's the foundation that allows adventure to keep happening. And while patience might not be your favorite virtue, in the year of triumph 2025, it's about to become your most profitable one. Then, as if the heavens wanted to seal this chapter with light, the star appears. It's the card of rebirth, renewal, and miracles reborn. It tells you that every moment of faith you held through darkness was not wasted. The universe didn't ignore your prayers, it was setting the stage for something that could actually last. The delay wasn't denial, it was design. You're finally strong enough to hold the blessings that once would have slipped through your fingers. The Year of Triumph 2025 isn't just a poetic title, it's a prophecy with your name written across it. The star reminds you to keep your faith high, your thoughts clear, and your heart wide open. Miracles, for you, are no longer future events, they're already forming in the present. You're not chasing divine timing anymore, you're living inside it. The Sagittarius who once waited for rescue has become the light that inspires others to believe. You've transformed from the wanderer seeking direction into the guiding flame that others look toward when they lose their way. And if that doesn't feel like destiny fulfilled, I don't know what does. Now, because philosophy means little without practice, let's bring this down to earth. Around the next new moon, take a quiet evening to perform a small but powerful manifestation ritual. Write down 3 intentions for abundance, but phrase them as if they've already happened. Say, I am financially free. I attract opportunities that honor my spirit. My income grows as my joy grows. Then, place those affirmations somewhere you'll see them every day on your mirror, your desk, your fridge, even your phone's lock screen. Don't just read them, feel them. Let your subconscious soak them in until they become your default truth. You're not begging the universe, you're collaborating with it. You're saying, I trust you to deliver what I'm ready to receive. Because that's the secret, manifestation is not magic, it's partnership. The universe isn't your servant, it's your co-creator. It doesn't respond to demands, it responds to alignment. And alignment, Sagittarius, is what you're finally mastering. Now, let's bring this full circle, the final truth. You, Sagittarius, have always been the philosopher, the eternal wanderer, the student of both stars and scars. You learn through living, not reading. You discover meaning by losing your way and laughing about it later. This next phase of your life will prove something most people never realize: faith and finance are not opposites. They're 2 chapters of the same story, the story of trust. Trust in yourself, in your timing, in your worth, and in the strange choreography of fate that's been guiding you even when you thought you were walking alone. The chosen ones, those souls like you who burn too brightly to be ordinary, are not lucky, they are disciplined dreamers. They aim their arrows with clarity and let the universe adjust the wind. You've been training for this moment not through ease, but through endurance. Every detour, every failure, every time you had to start again was part of your cosmic conditioning. And now, the universe rewards not perfection, but persistence. You're not being blessed because you did everything right, you're being blessed because you refused to give up when everything went wrong. The year of triumph 2025 marks your turning point. From here on, wealth will no longer be something you chase. It will be something you embody. You'll measure success not only in dollars but in peace, purpose, and freedom, the 3 currencies that actually last. The opportunities coming your way aren't mere transactions, they're confirmations. Proof that you've become the person your past self was praying to be. So take a deep breath, Sagittarius. The world is not testing you anymore, it's welcoming you. The adventure you've been dreaming of is finally crossing into reality. And yes, it's coming with interest, grace, and just enough cosmic humor to keep you humble. Because the universe has impeccable timing, and you, my dear archer, have impeccable aim. And before you go, let me leave you with one small encouragement: enjoy this. Truly enjoy it. Don't rush through your blessings as if they're items on a checklist. Let yourself savor the ease you've earned. Spend time with the people who bring laughter instead of stress. Take that trip you've postponed too many times. Invest in experiences, not just outcomes. You've mastered the art of chasing, now master the art of receiving. Let joy be your teacher. Let gratitude be your strategy. And let faith, steady, unapologetic faith, be your financial advisor. If this message has resonated with you, if you feel the truth of it stirring somewhere deep inside, then honor it. Like, share, and subscribe to Zodiac Talks Tarot, where we explore not just astrology but the psychology, spirituality, and humor behind the stars. Together, we uncover not only what's written in the cosmos but what's waiting to be written by you. Because, Sagittarius, your story isn't ending, it's just beginning. And this time, it's written in gold.